iron sharpens iron, but at the same time, iron is forged in fire.
Mm-hmm.
So not only when things are going really well is that when you build a relationship, but it's when you're holding each other accountable when things aren't going well.
Welcome to the Paragon Angle. I'm here today with Ryan Cowan, president of Paragon 360. I'm Donnie Brawner, founder and CEO, and today we want to talk about the word partnership. Having this conversation with a client worked with for over a decade here recently, and every integrator wants to partner with the client, and then clients want to partner with us, and so I just kind of want to have an honest conversation about what that means. And so from Paragon's perspective, what's your insight on what that word means?
I think partnership at its base is a mutually beneficial relationship where each side is bringing something to the table that the other side needs to be stronger, and that the two are better for it, right? I think in our particular context, as an integrator, you're looking for someone who's bringing expertise and experience to the table, someone who can bring you the level of service that you need and will be there after the fact to support you once the project is complete. The church needs to bring to the table is good, honest communication in the form of feedback and input into the overall design process. They need to trust the integrator, let them do their job, but at the same time be there to hold them accountable for the things that they've promised. So I think that's from our standpoint, that's what partnership really means. And
so partnership is not built during the sales pitch. It's really built in the longer haul of the project and in the tougher moments. So do you think the word partnership is getting overused in our industry?
I think absolutely yes, the word is overused. I think it's kind of become a marketing buzzword because immediately it brings you this relational nature. It makes you feel more trustworthy. But I think in the long term, when you actually build a relationship and test that relationship over time is when the partnership shows itself. I think that's why over 70% of the projects that we do are with someone that we've worked with in the past because we have built that relationship and invested in them.
And I think that's where a lot of relationships fall apart, right? They either get better or they fall apart when we get in those really tough moments of a project, a long project where you get into all of those types of things. I think that's where it either gets better or it gets worse.
Absolutely. Yeah, we would always say, iron sharpens iron, but at the same time, iron is forged in fire. So not only when things are going really well is that when you build a relationship, but it's when you're holding each other accountable when things aren't going well, when we have to have conversations about the overall budget expectations, timelines, when the project is coming off the rails. We're people, we're not perfect, things go wrong from time to time. What happens in those moments? That's the true test of your relationship.
Right. So the real test comes when the project is done, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to talk about partnership and to be excited about it during the design process, right? Because it's an opportunity that's laying out there in front of you. But once the project is done and the installation's over with, and now we're in the service mode of that, you have to ask yourself, are they still picking up the phone? Are they still answering to my needs? Because that's when you really need them to step up.
So what would you tell churches that are evaluating integrators right now in regards to partnership?
Oh, that's easy. Just hire Paragon.
There you go.
No, I think you have got to do your homework on them, right? You don't just trust the buzzwords. Call the references, look into their past projects. Do you see consistency there? Do you see that they're meeting the hard conversations early on and they're reacting appropriately to those things? Remember, the relationship's going to be based in years, not proposals sent, right?
Absolutely.
And the expertise they're bringing to the table certainly is a high value.
So at the end of the day, real partnership is not about what's on the website or in the marketing material, but it's about who's going to be there for the long haul and who's going to be there when you need them.
Absolutely.
So thank you for the conversation. We hope that this was helpful, and we'll see you on the next Paragon Angle.